guys, it's Ahmer here. So today I have another episode in my collecting journey of trying to add more games to the game collection. Trying to go out there at flea markets, yard sales, thrift stores, Facebook Marketplace, and pretty much anywhere that you can game hunt today, where you can try and find those deals, just share my journey along with you guys, and see how much cool stuff we can add to the game room. So over the past few months, I have added so much stuff to my game collection with only stopping at the thrift store one time and using that trip to go ahead and keep items for the game collection, flip some to try and add more money to this game collection, and just try and grow everything with just that one stop at the thrift store. So I have done such an amazing job of adding a variety of items like Nintendo, PlayStation, Xbox, Sega, and the list goes on. So today we're going to go ahead and continue that journey and see what else I can add to the game collection. So let's go ahead and see what I found. So a little bit of housekeeping. Last week we did some pretty awesome things. I added this other shelf to the game collection area where I decided to try and get a little bit more organized. So I have most of my stuff that is not duplicates, the things that I will eventually add into the game collection in this game room over here. I have those in one little shelf, and then I decided that I would have a little prepping station. So I added a whole nother bookshelf of just where I can put everything that needs to be cleaned, bundled, tested, and stuff that's already listed for sale, along with duplicate items so that I don't get everything mixed up while doing this. So that way I stay organized, and then if I have people over who want to try and trade for some more games, they can go ahead and look off of the items on that shelf and things just don't get too complicated. So I highly recommend staying organized and staying together when you are actually doing this. Make sure you kind of have everything together, you have it all in one particular place so that things aren't just all scattered across. It definitely keeps things organized and it helps you while selling and kind of bundling things up. So we left off with about $320 in the game fund last week, and I decided to list several items for sale. So with all of those PlayStation 1 games that I added last week, I decided to finally bundle that PlayStation 1 system for about $50, and then I decided to go ahead and bundle the PlayStation 2 system with tons of those games that I had for about $85, and then I decided to sell off one more of the Wii system since we had so many of them with some games for about $60. So having about $515 going into this week is insane, as I can go out there at the thrift store and check Facebook Marketplace pretty regularly to try and find some amazing deals. So with everything going up in price and a lot of things still holding their value, I'm often searching for Nintendo 64 items, Nintendo GameCube items, and just a little bit of some of those other Nintendo items, just trying to find some amazing deals out there. Some that I can get on the cheaper end, keep tons of games in my collection, and then go ahead and flip some to add more money. So that's exactly what I did. I actually found this GameCube system along with tons of games for only $75. So I got the system and some other stuff, so we'll go ahead and check out that. So I just couldn't believe that I scored this pretty local. I scored it for only $75, and there were some pretty awesome games included. So first of all, I saw this picture. It was just the system posted for sale. So here we actually have this GameCube system. It came with a matching controller. Now it does have a little bit of yellowing to it, does need to be cleaned up a bit, but this is the original system, original on-brand controller. This is the original Nintendo controller. So it also came with one of those off-brand controllers as well, but this one is actually pretty decent. It does have a little bit of wear on it, but everything feels pretty good on the controller itself. So it came with two controllers. It came with the power adapter, and then it even came with this AV cable with tons of extra wires here. It looks like there's a little upscaler or some sort of audio video connector to it. So it looked like maybe they had a difficult time trying to hook it up to the television. So that's not usually a problem for me. And then of course it came with a 16 MB memory card. So I can go ahead and bundle this for sale, as I already have one in the game collection. And then the games that came with it are pretty awesome. So this one is actually a duplicate in my collection, so I can definitely go ahead and bundle this for sale. This is Reign of Fire, based off of the movie. So this one right here, it was fully complete with the instruction manual, all of these extra little pamphlets and everything. Of course it says Game Traders Club on the game itself. So we have this game. Then we have this copy of Cabela's Outdoor Adventure for the GameCube as well. This one was just a disc only. Then of course we have this title right here. Even though this is the Player's Choice title, this is still a pretty decent game. This is one that I did not have in the collection. It actually comes with both discs, as there are 2 discs for this game. So this one is definitely pretty cool that I didn't have to pay full price for it. Then we have this copy of Worms Blast, which actually looks like a really fun game. It says 8 head-to-head modes. It says go full blast, then move out. So this actually looks pretty cool. And of course it comes complete with everything as well. These all look like they were bought from the same game store. Then we have this copy of Star Wars The Clone Wars. So this is one of those Star Wars games that I did not have in the collection already. Definitely thrilled about that. And then of course you can't beat some Animal Crossing. So this is one that I just loved playing back in the day. This is the Player's Choice version. It says special present on card, memory card 59 included. So right here we actually have a memory card. Everything is complete in here with the instruction manual, all of the extra paperwork. So this is pretty amazing that I scored that little bundle for only $75, and that still leaves a really good amount to go out there and game hunt with. So that was just so awesome to me. So now we're down to about $440. So this next little lot is just tons of games that I scored for about $55 total. So all of these I also saw on Facebook Marketplace, and I got very excited because there are a couple gems in this little mix right here. So we'll start out with tons of these original Xbox games. We have Tony Hawk's American Wasteland for the original Xbox. A great series, definitely some fun times playing those games. Then on to the Soul Calibur 2 game. This is another great fighting franchise. Definitely a great game. So cool that this one is also complete with the manual as well, because this one's a little bit more pricey. Then we have this game. I've never played it. I've never even seen it. This is only on the Xbox. This is Pure Pinball, American Pinball Reborn. So I'm not really too sure about this one. I've always loved playing the pinball games actually in person, not really these style games. Then we have the sports title. We have NBA Live 2005. So some of these will definitely be some filler titles. We have Matt Hoffman's Pro BMX 2 on the original Xbox. We have this Halo Platinum Hits Halo Combat Evolved. This one we have Call of Duty Finest Hour, the Platinum Hits version of the game. Some Star Wars, we have Star Wars Obi-Wan. This Hawk game. This Sega GT 2002, and then Jet Set Radio Future on the back. This 007 Nightfire game. These are all great bundling games. This copy of Brute Force. This Halo 2 game. This Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell Pandora Tomorrow. And then this copy of Halo Combat Evolved. This one kind of has that shiny gloss to it. And then we have some Xbox 360 games as well. We have this copy of Diablo 3. So this one definitely looks pretty interesting. It says Evil is in its prime. We have this Table Tennis Rockstar Games Presents. A copy of Michael Jackson The Experience. This is only on the Kinect sensor. This copy of 2010 FIFA World Cup South Africa. We have this copy of Rock Band 2. This copy of Mass Effect 3. Original Mass Effect. This Kinect Adventures. And And then this Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare. Another pretty fun one to go ahead and play. So that was definitely a pretty cool lot. And it's not done, as there are actually a couple other games. So here we have this copy for the PlayStation 2, EverQuest Online Adventures Frontiers. This copy of SmackDown vs. Raw 2007. Such a great fun game. I just loved all of the wrestling games. We have The Sims 2 Pets. I don't think I've played that one. We also have this copy. It's just a loose disc of SmackDown vs. Raw 2008. Another loose disc, we have the SmackDown vs. Raw 2009. Another copy of EverQuest, but this one is Online Adventures. And then we have this loose disc, which is SmackDown vs. Raw 2006. So some of these are definitely duplicates in my game collection, so I'll have to go ahead and bundle them with some of the other systems that I may pick up in the future, and some that I may actually have. So the ones that actually made this lot right here, there's actually one in particular. So here we have this loose copy for the Dreamcast. This is 18-wheeler, just a loose disc. We have Coaster Works, which I found a sealed one in that other huge Dreamcast lot that I picked up. So I'm pretty excited to have one actually open so that I could potentially get rid of that sealed one. And then this loose disc of Sonic Adventure for the Dreamcast. This is such a great game, a little bit more expensive title, one that I was pretty excited to find in this lot right here. So this is definitely pretty cool. Definitely made it worth it for about $55, as there are some decent titles in here for the Xbox, Xbox 360, PlayStation 2, and Dreamcast. So that is definitely pretty cool. And then of course, next up, I made a trip to the thrift store. So with all of that being subtracted, we had about $385 left. So when I went to the thrift store, I saw this game on the shelf behind the counter. This was listed for $24.99, so about $25. I definitely picked up this game. This is Resident Evil Outbreak Fall Number 2, Try and Get Out Alive. This Resident Evil game is definitely worth a bit more than that. So it comes with the manual right here. Everything is complete with this little registration card. We have the game disc. It's in pretty amazing shape. Definitely pretty sweet to find at the thrift store. And that wasn't it, because I found some more items. So also behind the counter, they had this game system for about $19.99, so another $20. I have some loose cords and another controller, I'm sure. So right here came with the controller, and we have the Sega Genesis 16-bit high-definition graphics. So this one is the Model 1 of this Sega Genesis. So this is definitely pretty cool, as I could definitely bundle it with some of those extra Genesis games that I already have in the game collection. So now we're down to about $340, and this is just so exciting because while I was there, I found some $2 games right over in the little section, and one of these games is worth a lot more than that. So that will bring us down to subtracting $10 as well. So we're down to about $330. So we have this Guitar Hero 2 and Guitar Hero Aerosmith game. It's one of those 2-in-1. It had both discs included in here, so this is pretty sweet. It has the manuals as well. Then we have this Guitar Hero World Tour game for the Nintendo Wii. Then we have this Fear game. We have First Encounter Assault Recon in this little PC box. So this is definitely pretty cool. Definitely one that I'll have to get on display. And then we have this copy of Serious Sam. So I was pretty excited to find this on the GameCube. And this says, sequel to GameSpot 2001 PC Game of the Year, Serious Sam. Just kind of looks like this all-out brutal, just shoot-'em-up style game where you just go out there and you're just killing these monsters and stuff with these crazy weapons and these guns. So this is definitely pretty cool. So I was definitely thrilled. But then I found this copy of 2K Sports College Hoops NCAA 2K8. So this game I found for about $2, and I'm still shocked because I know that one sells for a lot more. So now we're down, like I said, to $330. And then I was pretty excited because I actually found one more thing on Facebook Marketplace, and this was a pretty amazing score for about $125. So here I found this Nintendo 64 bundle. It came bundled right here. Everything is intact. Everything's complete. We have the power brick for this Nintendo 64 system. We also have the little AV cable. We have an original controller. This one comes with the memory card. We also have another controller with it. This one is an off-brand style. And then we have these games. We have this Gex Deep Cover Gecko. Then we have this copy of Major League Baseball Ken Griffey Jr. We have this copy of NFL Quarterback Club 2000. This one was definitely a gem in the mix. We have GoldenEye 007. So definitely a fun game. We have some Madden 2002. This copy of Turok Rage Wars. This copy of Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six. We have this Namco Museum 64. This copy of Duke Nukem 0 Hour. And then this copy of Gex 64. This one was missing the little label on here, and the back's kind of beat up. So I was definitely thrilled with that. And then I actually got some more items in this as well. So here we have this SharkPad Pro 64 controller. We also have this SuperPad 64 Colors Performance controller. And then we have even more games. So we have The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time in pretty decent shape, this gold cart. Then we have this WWF No Mercy game. So this one is definitely highly sought after, one that definitely went up in price. Copy of Madden 2001. Copy of Ken Griffey Jr. Slugfest. This NFL Blitz game. This Star Wars Rogue Squadron. This copy of 1080 Snowboarding. And this copy of Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. So overall, that was definitely a great variety of Nintendo 64 items for about $125. You just definitely can't beat that. So I'm going to go ahead and hopefully trade some of these games with a buddy of mine, probably sell some as well, and then hopefully bundle some of this to go ahead and make a little bit of a profit to add more money into this game collection. So if you go ahead and subtract the $125 from the $330, we're down to about $205 left going into next week, which is a great amount. We have tons of systems here, tons of duplicate games, so I definitely have to get moving. We still have some Wii's to sell. We have just some other stuff that I can go ahead and bundle and just sell. So this is definitely a great lot right here. So definitely let me know in the comments below which items you enjoyed seeing here. Was it some of those games that I found at the thrift store for only $2, or some of those cheaper systems that I found at the thrift store? Or was it that Nintendo GameCube lot with all of those games included, the extra controller and everything else? Or that Nintendo 64 system, all of those controllers, all of those games, just everything bundled together? Which item did you enjoy seeing here? Do you definitely think that I found some amazing deals out there? Just let me know in the comments below what you guys think. And I'm so thrilled to just share this update with you guys as I just keep finding amazing items out there. I just keep finding gold. It is still possible to game hunt in 2021. You can do so finding these items out there on a budget, on the low, without overpaying, without overspending. So I do this all the time. I find so much cool stuff. And of course it's a variety. We have Sega, we have PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo, and a variety of systems here. So of course let me know in the comments below what you guys think. And thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Go ahead and check out my other videos and stay tuned for more.